It's the Wendy Williams Show.
Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. The building is shaking. All right, so the Oscar nominations are announced as of this morning. Tiffany Haddish, who reads about as well as I do. Tiffany and actor Andy Serkis, they announced the nominations. It wasn't one of those Oscars so white this year. Apparently, there were a lot of black people involved, nominees for Best Director. And one of the most annoying things about seeing the nominations be announced is that they clapped after every single nomination. Just saying. A black man and woman, Jordan Peele for Get Out, and Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird. And then there were a couple of nods for the Me Too movement, including Christopher Plummer, who replaced Kevin Spacey in All the Money in the World. Take that, Spacey. James Franco is, one of the accusers, or the people being accused, so he wasn't nominated at all. As well, he shouldn't have been. Oh, and congratulations to Mary J. Blige. She was nominated twice for her movie Mudbound for Best Supporting Actress and Best Song. Common, by the way, also got a nomination for a song or something or another. I didn't see Mudbound, but apparently Mary played a farm worker in Mississippi in 1940s, and she did a good job with that, so good for you. Listen, Jimmy Kimmel is hosting. Jimmy Kimmel is hosting. He's always entertaining. March 4th, the Oscars on ABC, if you care to say. I have to say, whether you win or whether you don't win, the Oscars, these awards, they're only what you make of your life after you have the award. I mean, you can win your Oscar, then you could talk slick in the mouth and burn bridges to people in Hollywood, and then you and your Oscar will be over there asking people to boycott Netflix. I didn't ask for a picture. I was, wow. I'm just saying, Monique, you burned a lot of bridges. Nobody's boycotting Netflix. All right, so Megyn Kelly is slamming Jane Fonda. Why are you fighting with her, Megyn Kelly? Are you sure the show's still on? So, Jane and Paul, that was Paul Newman? Robert Redford. Yeah. Robert Redford went on Megyn's show to talk about their movie together. And the movie has something to do with, getting older and dealing with getting older and stuff. Well, this happened back in September. So during the interview, but towards the end, Megyn asked Jane about plastic. Well, you take a look. Take a look.
Why did you say, I read that you said you're not proud to admit that you've had work done. Why not?
We really want to talk about that?
Well, one of the things people think about when they look at you is how amazing you look.
Well, thanks. Good attitude, good posture, take care of myself. But let me tell you why I love this movie that we did, Our Souls at Night, rather than plastic surgery.
Back to that.
Well, here's my thought. Jane does look great. She's 80 years old. It doesn't, but you can see, you know, Stevie Wonder could see that's not a natural 80. But my thought with that is that, you know, Megan is brand new to this 1 hour talk format thing. And she's trying to warm up and do, I guess, some of the stuff like what I do. I mean, not with Funny Bone. Oh my gosh, my nose is running. Oh, what a mess. I don't like a tissue. It messes up my makeup. Not today, devil, not today. Anyway, so my thought is, you know, she's trying to, you know, do this 1 hour show and, you know, be entertaining and lighthearted, and they gave her a boatload of money to do it. I think she's making like $15 million or something. And it's just not, exactly, and it's just not working out. And, you know, as a conversationalist with a show, I can tell you, one of the things you don't do when you first meet somebody is zoom in with questions like that. You know, if I first met Jane Fonda, I wouldn't ask her about plastic surgery. First of all, you don't have to ask the obvious. What are you owing? What are you owing? That'd be like the first time I go to somebody's show and they ask me, you know, would I ever consider a breast reduction? Oh, no, I don't know you like that. Now, by my third visit or second visit, we can joke all day about my ones and twos. But not on our first visit, no, no, no. So anyway, over the weekend, Jane then talked about her plastic surgery all over the place several times. So Megan then, you know, I guess she saw that, wow, she's going every place else to talk about it. Why didn't she talk about it with me? Which, by the way, I know why she didn't talk about it with her, which is just what I told you. You know, you're brand new to the set. Nobody knows you in that genre. So Megan clapped back on her show yesterday in one of those Jerry Springer sign-off moments. No, take a look, listen very closely.
Fonda was on to promote a film about aging. For years, she has spoken openly about her joy in giving a cultural face to older women. Well, the truth is, most older women look nothing like Fonda, who is now 80. And if Fonda really wants to have an honest discussion about older women's cultural face, then her plastic surgery is tough to ignore. When she came here, however, again to promote her film about aging, I was supposed to discern that this subject was suddenly off limits. Look, I gave her the chance to empower other women, young and old, on a subject which she purports to know well, and she rejected it. That's okay. But I have no regrets about that question. Nor am I in the market for a lesson from Jane Fonda on what is and is not appropriate.
She's fishing for ratings. So, speaking of 80-year-olds, Bill Cosby. Show the picture, please show the picture. Please, show the picture. Yes. Then they say black don't crack. No, Bill Cosby, everybody, this is what he wore with his usual hello friends. Nobody's your friend. Bill Cosby was on stage last night in his hometown of Philadelphia for the first time since his trial. As I said, he was 80. He announced that he was joining a jazz band in Philadelphia only a couple of hours before the performance. So, and the crowd was really small, you know, a lot of older people and black people. Bill didn't talk about the sexual allegations, but he did joke about being blind, allegedly blind. Take a look.
Now, I have a daughter, very intelligent young lady. She said, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. My wife, who loves me and does not want me to walk into anything, says, why is it these grown people can't talk? You know, I can understand if it was a baby. But
Yeah, stop. Stop. In a lot of cases, it's not difficult to get aging people on your side because they're not really aware of exactly what went down. They don't know what a thigh gapper is, a quaalude. This man is being accused of rape. The count is over 60 women right now. You know, bringing him in, dropping things in their drink, raping them, calling the pills thigh gappers, quaaludes. You know, but if you're on the other side of, say, 75, maybe you're not familiar with that. You just know him as hey. You know, let's go see Bill Cosby. He shouldn't be doing comedy. He shouldn't even be going out. He shouldn't go to the grocery store. He shouldn't go, you know, across the street. He should stay in the house and continue eating because you know, I think that he's delusional in thinking that he's not going to do some time. And I stick by what I said to you the first time. I believe I said to you that I don't think that he should go to jail. Here's why. Oh, I think he's guilty, all right. But I think he should do house arrest. It's one thing when you go to jail and maybe you're 60 and then your 80th birthday comes around and you're already used to the system. But imagine your first day in jail, you're 80 years old, you're allegedly blind, of which that stool was not a stool that a blind man should be sitting in. You know what I mean? The stool had no arms, you know. Anyway. Boing, 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 boing. I think he should do house arrest because he is old and he doesn't have much more time. But his house arrest should not be luxurious. It should be someplace that he's forced to purchase with his own money, you know, like a studio apartment, which would look like a cell. They should put a cot in there the way they would put it like in jail, give him all the jail soaps or amenities, whatever it is. Really, like he's got the money to rent a place, put him on house arrest and make him suffer. And don't forget that ankle bracelet. Yeah, yeah. Did I ever tell you the first time I met Jane Fonda? And she won't remember it, but I was a DJ here in New York. And she was checking me out. How you doing? She was checking me out. So she's like, who are you? I said, I'm Wendy. So we shook hands, but she gave me the knowing shake. Hi, Jane. Anyway. I take my admirers wherever I can get them. Bill goes back to trial, back to court in April, so we'll be watching. Omarosa is fighting back in the best way possible. She's leaving the White House kicking and screaming. Well, she's already been fired, as you know. Now remember, she promised here that she was gonna write a tell-all. Was that here or was that someplace else?
I think, no, she didn't announce it here. I think she announced it on Good Morning America.
Right. She's gonna write a tell-all and she promises it's gonna be juicy. So now, excuse me, the New York Daily News is reporting that Omarosa may have secretly taped everyone in the White House with her iPhone and has files. See, the phone's sitting right there. You see? I'm surprised they let the phones in like that. I'm not shocked about anything in the White House anymore. But I need more. You know, I need more. I do. And you gotta come harder than racism, Omarosa, because we know the racism part. You gotta come harder than that, you know. I wanna read this book. They say that she's allegedly to perhaps secure maybe a $10 million deal with this book. You're very smart, Omarosa. You recorded it. I love it. People in Hot Topics said, I'm rooting for you. And I mean, It's a snake-like thing to do, to record people like that, but she was in the snake pit there at the White House, so why not? Why not? And more good news for Omarosa. She signed a public speaking deal where she went with the agency, she wants $50,000 per speech. Now slow down, Omarosa. Just write the book. What are you gonna speak about? Who's paying you $50,000 to speak? Sit next to Monique. No, but I think the book is a fabulous idea. $10 million, you'd be set. Uh-huh. And write it good. And then come here and talk about it. It's gonna be juicy. Matt Lauer's long-suffering wife, Annette, has ordered him out of their Hamptons mansion. This is rich people's problem. Well, they have a couple of mansions there, so he'll go to the other nearby mansion. I have no idea which one is, you know, who lives in which one. Exactly. One of them is worth $35 million, though. I don't know which one is which. Just because the house is large doesn't mean it's worth more. This one could be quite opulent inside. I don't know. Look, they're not divorced yet. They have 3 kids together. The kids are ages 16, 14, and 11. And the reason why Matt is still out in the Hamptons is because apparently that's where the kids go to school. They live there with their mother. He's trying to prove himself a better man, I guess, you know, by spending more time with the kids. And reportedly he's trying to save his marriage, but Annette will have nothing to do with it. Are you serious? So we were talking in Hot Topics this morning about, does Matt have a career after this all blows over? I said, no. You know, it's different when you've been accused, you know, in the Me Too, and you're a comedian or an actor or something like that. But when you're a respected newsman and you're part of the Me Too, you've ruined it for yourself. No, he doesn't have a career after this, no. Somewhere my friend Tiki Barber is laughing. I'm gonna tell you why. Because do you remember the story? Tiki was married to an Asian woman and she was pregnant and she was having difficulty, you know, with the pregnancy. I think she had twins with Tiki, right? So she's in the hospital, she's long suffering, she's pregnant. He's having an affair with an affair with an intern at the station, but the intern consented to the affair, so it's not part of the Me Too. He was having an affair with an intern at, you know, ABC, wherever he was working. NBC, behind his wife's back while she's lying in the house trying to have his babies. And of course, when she got herself together, she divorced him. He went on to marry the intern and they have their own family someplace. But that's not part of Me Too. That was simply a man being a pig, you know, behind his wife's back. He's still handsome. Just saying. Oh, that's it. More great show for you, everybody. Chef Judy Joo is in the Wendy kitchen cooking up some delicious Korean recipes. Plus, Shark Tank star Damon John is here. So grab a snack and come on back. Judys on the face of the earth. Judge Judy and this girl right here. She's here today with some delicious Korean recipes. Please say hello to my celebrity chef friend, Judy Joo. Yes, Judy.
So good to see you.
You too, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
So, what are we making?
Today, we are gonna celebrate Lunar New Year coming up in mid-February.
Okay.
The new moon, and she deserves our praise. She's worthy of our praise, and we're gonna do that with symbolic and traditional dishes from Korea. Little Korea styling. That's gonna start out with rice cake and dumpling soup, vegetarian broth, yummy, yummy, and then a seafood pancake with a fragrant soy dipping sauce.
This looks so good.
So good, and of course, you have to toast in the new year with a little bit of a drinky to celebrate.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And what's this?
For this, we're gonna make the dumplings first. A little bit labor intensive, but
Okay.
it's okay. These are vegetarian.
It's okay.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of vegetables that we love. You know, mushrooms, carrots, spring onions, cabbage, etc. We're gonna mix them some.
I eat seafood.
Oh, amazing!
Yes,
Great.
something had to give.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you got to get some. It's hard to get enough protein in your diet.
Yeah,
This is protein.
Good.
Tofu. So a lot of great things can go in here. We got some soy sauce, some sesame seeds, sesame oil, a little bit of sugar. You can leave it out if you don't want it, but I think it helps balance it, brings out the sweetness in the vegetables. Then we're going to mix it all together.
Judy has 3 restaurants, 2 in London and 1 in Hong Kong.
Yep. You got to come visit me. When are you going to come visit me?
So who's running the restaurants while you're not here?
I've got good people. You got to get people for this. You know, you got to micromanage a little bit, but
now how do you make the dumplings?
Okay, do you want to partake? No? So you take a little wrapper, put in a little scoop of the filling, just a little bit. Then take your magic finger, dip it in the water, make a little rim.
Okay.
And it's like a parcel. And this is why this soup is also symbolic. It's this ingredient, because it's a purse, which represents wealth and money.
Okay.
And these rice cakes look like coins. You can't eat them like this. You gotta cook them first.
Okay.
But also because they're white, prosperity, start the new year right. And I do like the fact that we're making this vegetarian today because, you know, New Year, cleanse body and soul.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like what Damon
Nobody
was
needs
saying.
all that meat.
Exactly. And we're gonna put the dumplings in too.
Do you speak Korean?
A little bit. I'm not fantastic. Of course I have an accent because I'm a Jersey girl. You know? Down and dirty Jersey girl. I was just there this weekend. And so have a taste. We made a good, nice seafood broth. There's seaweed in it, shiitake mushrooms, all this stuff. Some garnish on top. Gonna put some scallions, a little bit of egg if you want to, some seaweed that's full of umami, and a sprinkle of sesame seeds.
This is fantastic.
Make it beautiful. Good luck, prosperity, health, wealth, happiness, love, and joy in the new year, all in this bowl. Traditional, symbolic, everything that you want. And that comes...
Go home.
And so we're gonna serve this alongside our seafood pancakes, okay? This is a traditional thing that we eat also on New Year's. And there's a little bit of luxury here because New Year's celebrate with luxury. So we've got some scallops and some shrimp, some veggies. We're gonna put that into a batter. That's got
black people always dance when we eat.
Yeah? Korean people do too. All right.
Right?
We're gonna dance when we cook.
When it's good, we get down.
Chopsticks. That's good.
Right?
We're gonna mix in some doenjang, that's fermented soybean paste. Get some good flavor in there. Mix it together. You like chilies, right? You like hot stuff, so we got some chilies in there too. Seafood pancakes.
I don't mean to brag about my friend here, but
that is tasty.
she's going to be cooking in the Olympic Village.
Yes. Going out to the Olympic Village. Yep. Support our athletes.
Okay.
Maybe some nice men out there too. You know, those hard, hot bodies. Olympic Village action.
Wait.
So,
are you single? I forget.
yes, you asked me about this last time.
It's okay.
But maybe not for long.
Well, what do you like in a man?
Oh, I want it all. Don't we all? I want it all. Smart, handsome, capable, successful, kind, loving, generous in every way. Spiritual, you know?
That sauce is everything.
It's everything. It's got spice, it's got sweetness, it's got saltiness, it's got earthiness. So you dip the pancake in there, just cook this until it's nice and crispy. Little bit of a drink on the side. This is called our Psy Sour, named after the K-pop star, you know, Gangnam Style?
No.
Whoop, whoop, remember? Yeah, Gangnam Style.
What's here?
Cheers.
To Jersey.
To Jersey and to the Korean Olympics and cooking for the Lunar New Year.
And to you, Judy Joo. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
For more information on these recipes and Judy's book, go to wendyshow.com. Ask Wendy is next.